A massive stretch of the Vaal River is covered in a blanket of water lettuce. This invasive alien species is threatening the river's aquatic life, damaging the river's ecosystem and making activities such as boating and fishing in the area nearly impossible. The lettuce, as well as some hyacinth, another invasive plant affecting various rivers around the country, are growing at a rapid speed, making it difficult to bring under control. But how did this happen?
The problem with the water lettuce is that, yes, it has been introduced, and there's also a little bit of water hyacinth on the Vaal barrage at this point in time. But it has been introduced, unfortunately, either by people accidentally or, releasing it from fish tanks, fish ponds, people's boats, jet skis. Also possibly even water birds will move certain plant species around as well. So the initial cause of it is really unknown as to where it actually originated from. However, under ideal conditions, as we have at this point in time, we have really good weather with really good temperatures, and unfortunately the water is polluted significantly. That pollution comes from either wastewater treatment plants that are working inefficiently upstream, and that water feeds into the Vaal River barrage from various sources, whether it's Emfuleni, Johannesburg, Ekululeni, etc. And it also, to a much lesser extent, but it can be fed, that water pollution can be fed from other sources, such as industry that are along the river, people with piggeries, chicken farms, beef farmers where they concentrate it, feedlots, etc. Those can also be potential sources for the high nutrient load within the water, and that high nutrient load, together with the temperatures, is feeding the water lettuce and the water hyacinth to exponentially grow on an ongoing basis.
The situation has become so dire that locals have resorted to trying to manually remove the plant species themselves.
So it's not yet negatively affecting the businesses on the river because we're actually doing something about it. So the hyacinth, or should I say the water lettuce, mainly started in the Taibos, which is a river, a tributary that runs into the Vaal River. It is now being contained, so it can't come out anymore. But the water lettuce and a small bit of hyacinth that you see in the Vaal River river barrage, that is flowing down. Its majority of it is currently now actually at the barrage. So currently we're not being negatively affected. You can see we've got lots of visitors here. However, because we are quite a close-knit business community and river community, we're trying to do something about it before it really gets bad. So what the community's done is we've ensured that there's no more water lettuce flowing down from the Taibos, which is the source of the water lettuce. We've also met with the Rhodes University to find out about the weevils, how the weevils can actually be one of the proactive ways of actually addressing the water lettuce in the Vaal River. We've also been in contact with Rand Water and DWS. We have been physically removing the water lettuce ourselves too. We don't want it to flow downstream past the barrage. So we're actually doing a multi-pronged approach about trying to be part of the solution.
Rand Water admits that they are aware of the situation and doing everything they can to deal with the invasive lettuce species.
We acknowledge that there is a problem. I think that's the starting point. Rand Water has acknowledged that there is a problem. Rand Water has acknowledged that they will be putting resources towards resolving this problem, and we have already done that, and we've already commenced those processes. We've already met with Department of Forestry, Fisheries and Environment as well, to get their input, to get their assistance and guidance on how we should be treating the problem. We've also met with Rhodes University representatives to look at biocontrol and to implement biocontrol. We've had quite extensive meetings with them as to how we will implement it. We will be implementing it as soon as we get our license. We will then start working at implementing the biocontrol, introducing weevils.
Eyewitness News reached out to the Department of Water and Sanitation, and they say they're treating the issue of the invasive plant as a matter of urgency.
Groundwater has been appointed by the department as the implementing agent in terms of Section 23 of Water Services Act to assist with addressing the failing wastewater infrastructure in Emfuleni local municipality in the Vaal, with the main aim of reducing the nutrients load in the river, which are promoting the fast growth and spread of the plants. The department is also taking enforcement measures to hold the municipalities responsible for the pollution accountable. Brandwater has a Vaal River management plan in place and has received general authorization from the Department of Water and Sanitation to roll out their plan in order to deal with the alien invasive species. The control methods adopted are in 3 ways: physical removal, chemical sprays, and biological control.
What we do need to understand is that the problem cannot be solved immediately. So it's not as if a magic wand can be waved. It's not as if we get the license and within a month or 2 the problem will be solved. It just cannot happen that way. Physically, resource-wise, etc. It just cannot happen. So we are taking a prolonged, long-term vision of how we should deal with this matter, with the aim of obviously making quite a few quick indentations into it, but then from there on to put it onto a maintenance and a management program where we will over time remove the water lettuce. I think when I started the interview I indicated how it's introduced, so I don't think one will ever get rid of it completely, because unfortunately you will have a seed bank that is in the silt layer, and that seed bank will germinate over time. Again, you will have reintroductions. However, because the water lettuce wasn't on here historically, all of a sudden it's here, that was introduced as well. And so we will, there will have to be a long-term maintenance plan, and it's just about keeping the numbers very, very low, so that you can control it. And that's what we aim to get towards.